I know you had a long day, baby. It's gonna be okay. I love you. If you ever need me to do something, just let me know, and I'm there for you. Sometimes we gotta hear that.
There are women here in the United States that will do that. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you my experience.
I'm sure there is some.
No, seriously, because I'm not against people going about wherever they feel like they want to go, whether it's, within the United States or outside of the United States, outside of the country. If that's what you feel like you need to do, by all means, do that. Right. Whatever's going to make you happy. You know what I mean? Now, me personally, I have been deemed as that ideal woman. Where'd you go? Girl, you know how I've been living without you. Daydreaming on a cloud with you like horizon. With you tonight is on a violin. Yeah. It's about time we're making up. The times you wasn't with me waking up. Now you feel seductive, miss your touch. I needed to distance myself from you. I was just to know you want you. So come close, I want you. Can I tell you something? Why is really heaven? That is all. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us at Tuwia. This is Where It's At podcast. I am your co-host, Shelly Baby, and I am with my host here, the one and only
El Jefe, baby. Hopefully everybody's having a great day out there, or great evening.
How you doing there, El Jefe?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing great. I'm not even doing good. I'm doing great. I'm happy to be alive. Same day, different episodes. So, this video will be posted, later on. But I want to bring to you guys' attention to subscribe, share, like this video, and turn on your post notifications so you know when we're sharing a new video. Okay, we're putting out a new video, you guys will know. And when you turn on your post notifications, make sure that there's like a little bell. Some people don't know what the post notification is, but it's like that little bell. And then when you subscribe to the channel, make sure that you hit subscribe, then you hit that the second icon that lets you know when the video is going to post by you hitting the second subscribe. If you hit the subscribe button, you may not get notified that the video is posted if you didn't hit the second one up top. So just wanted to put that out there, and we want to thank you guys for always being so loyal to us and being so kind and just listening to us, and we're enjoying this. And also go over to Apple. We have the Apple link in the description as well too, so you guys keep a watch for that. And then we'll be having the Spotify shortly as well. So just excited to be a part of this whole process, and we're going to be the best podcast in America soon. So if you want to get some graphics work done, head on over to alphagraphics.com. Put in your order. They do posters, banners, business cards, signs, windows, walls, floor graphics, and also they do trade show materials as well as graphics for your car. That means if you have a vehicle that needs to be wrapped, like if you got a business and you want your business logo to be posted on your car, van, or truck, they can do that as well for you. They'll print out the graphics for that. So again, you got flyers, brochures, or whatever you need to have printed, they'll get the job done, because I heard that they're one of the best graphic companies in South Carolina. So head on over to alphagraphics.com and tell them that This Is Where's That podcast sent you guys on over there, and let them know, hey, we heard that you were the best of the best. So thank y'all. Head on over to alphagraphics.com. We'll talk to you later. So we thank everybody for starting out with us while we're small, because we're going to be big. We're going to be big. So the vision is there. Just hang in there. Just keep watching. Mm-hmm. Keep watching. So what's new? What's popping with you? What we talking about?
We're talking about a topic that came across my desk a few weeks ago about the passport bros. A topic I had never, heard about. I wasn't privy to, but a friend of mine told me about it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I never heard about that before." I mean, I guess my ear hadn't been that close to the ground for me to hear about it, but I was like, "Yeah, give me some more feedback about that. Tell me, what that's all about, what and how did it start, and that sort of thing." Give me, I'm not a part of the movement because I'm not a bro, but I feel like this is probably a topic that you can enlighten myself as well as the Tawiya land people on, and I guess how it would be beneficial to those who are a part of the movement. I have my thoughts about it, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
No, you can share your thoughts because I'm gonna share my
Nah,
thoughts.
I'm scared
And,
now.
Scared of what?
You.
Scared of me.
Nah,
I ain't got nothing to do with your thoughts, but I'm just saying.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm
some,
just kidding.
Some people, I've learned about this maybe about 3 weeks ago, and what it really is. I got a cousin that only dates internationally. He doesn't date black women. And, I've dated more international than I did black women myself. Now, I do date black women. I date anybody if as long as they treat me right. I don't really have a preference in nationality. But I will say that the benefit of dating someone internationally, someone that's in another country, a lot of times their mother raised them to be wives as a teenager. They start them off young, learning how to be a wife, take care of their men. Not saying financially, just learning to take care of their men mentally, emotionally, spiritually. They learn from a young age. That's what I had to, I will say this real quick because I didn't mention this earlier, but it's like when you go buy a dog, like you don't go buy a dog without doing research on the dog, learning the dog's behavior. The same thing dating in another culture. You want to do your research. And that's what I used to do. I did my research. And that's what most men do nowadays, do their research, because everybody's raised different. And you learn their culture, you learn their ways. Their mothers had them in the kitchen at 6, 7 years old, cleaning, outside. Back then, hanging out. I'm talking about our generation, hanging out clothes on the clothing line, washing clothes like that. Like a lot of things now makes people in general lazy because we got all these different things now to it's right at our hands. So some people feel like, hey, I don't have to do this for him. He can do it himself, or he can get it himself. He can take care of it. In other words, women internationally are really getting guys' attention. Let me just say that because of not just their looks, it's just their upkeeping, how they were raised, and we know this. I've experienced it on many different occasions. The one person I was with for 7 years, 6.5, 7 years, I've never had any problems with her understanding me, taking care of me as her mate, and as well as, the other ones. That's how they're raised. And I had to go to their country and see for myself. And then I had a full understanding, like, this is why. Because, in those other countries, they don't have it easy like American women have it. Like they sometimes, like, you know, they'll the kitchen floor mop. What mop? They got a freaking sponge or a rag and a brush scrubbing the floor, then they wipe the floor. Scrub, wipes. They're doing that on their hands and knees. That's how their mom taught them. Same thing with the bathroom and the tub. It's all hands, muscles. And, you know, you see the hard work that the mother does, because even like when you go to their country and it's like I could be in the kitchen with their family and I go pick up my plate and the mama come, put that down, spank me, blah, 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 come make his plate. You know better. You don't have him picking up his own food. And I'm like, it's okay. I can do it. I'm used to this. But no, they don't want their men doing anything as far as picking up food or whatever. You sit on the couch. They'll either call you baby, sit on the couch, I'll pick your food up. But see, she didn't know I was picking up my own food. Otherwise, she would normally do it anyway. But I'm like, I don't need, you know, I got two hands. But that's just how it is. That's how they are. They pick your food up. They massage you. I mean, and I don't want to go into details about, like I said, internationally, they're great. I've met some phenomenal black women too that are great women. It's just with the passport bros, they've had experiences that made them turn to dating international because of some of the black women being aggressive and demanding and not understanding and had these high expectations of them. So that's where the passport bros come in at. And it's a lot of that going on. Like a lot of people are getting passports. Even, you know, women get passports and they go to other countries to have fun. They go on these girl trips because they want to meet an exotic guy or African or Jamaican or whatever. But you hear more of it now with the guys with the passport bros, and they talk about with the females. The females are more secretive. They want the entertainment part of it. They're not going there to look for love, but they want to go there to have what happens here, stay here kind of, you know, situation.
Oh, men do that? Okay.
Huh?
I was like, I guess that's on both ends, you know.
No, the men trying to get a relationship. They want to have a good time, but the men are staying longer than the women are staying. You know, the women go like maybe 4 days. The men are going like for a week or two. They go for a week or two and they come back. And if you guys go on YouTube and look it up, you know, these guys are talking about it. Go to Passport Bros and they're sharing the experience, how it is. But like, you know, with me personally, like I said, I'm not putting my business out there per se, but I'm just saying with me, I like a certain kind of female, you know, and it doesn't necessarily have to be international. It's just, I've dated a lot of international women and I got treated like a king. Most men want to be treated like a king. They want to be able to be like, you know what, this feels good. I feel comfortable talking to this person. I feel comfortable, even if I did something wrong, this person's not going to jump down my neck or, you know what I'm saying, expose me for something, you know, that could have been talked about between the both of us or whatever. Just, you have that.
You know, why can't men?
We're more comfortable with a person that will be a listener and that will talk to us and understand us. That's one of the main things men have problem with is talking to their women. And the women are actually taking time to understand. That's where a lot of the issue is coming from when the black men say when they're dating the black women. The black women don't understand because they want you to be this alpha man that has no feelings. You're not supposed to cry. You're not supposed to get weak. You're not supposed to want to give up. You're not supposed to, you got to be strong every time. And on the flip side, dating internationally, they don't treat you that way. They expect you to have feelings and understand that, you know, hey, it's okay to cry, baby. It's okay. You're a human. they talk to you as if they understand, and not throw that in your face later when a situation happened, and get mad at you about something, bring it up, hey, you weak because you cried, or you just say it, are you that? Like I said, there's nothing I'm not targeting. I'm just saying with the passport bros experienced and what they're experiencing now traveling. But go ahead and do your thing. Maybe listen what you had to say, because like I said, that needed to be heard too, because if they're not listening to men, like when women say things to us, y'all don't like us to say y'all complaining. You're telling us things because either you want some attention or you want us to understand something that you're going through or feeling. So we have to listen. And the same thing I say, like with women have to listen to men too sometimes. And the things that we go through, we just got to suck it up because we men. So like some guys feel like, you know what? The only way I can get out what I'm feeling is if I talk to my bro or my one of my partners or whatever. Because if I complain to my girl, she's really not wanting to hear what I gotta say. She's gonna act like she's listening, and sometimes that is true, because they want you to be the raw guy. You got to be the strong guy all the time. And sometimes with me, I don't want to always be strong. I don't always want to be strong, but I have to. Because it's me. But even if if I was involved with someone, sometimes I want to just have her shoulder just to lay on, and her just to pat me on my back or rub my head, tell me it's gonna be okay. Sometimes even if she don't even know something's going on, just to hear that, I know you had a long day, baby. It's gonna be okay. I love you. If you ever need me to do something, just let me know, and I'm there for you. Sometimes we gotta hear that.
For women here in the United States that will do that. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you my experience.
I'm sure there is some.
No, seriously, because I'm not against people going about wherever they feel like they want to go, whether it's within the United States or outside of the United States, outside of the country. If that's what you feel like you need to do, by all means, do that. Whatever's going to make you happy. You know what I mean? Now, me personally, I have been deemed as that ideal woman in terms of the full package. But to, I guess you could say, maybe the average man, they really don't know what to do with that. So you have a woman who is, a businesswoman, successful, makes her own money. I don't ask for anything. As far as, you know what I'm saying. I just, I'm just pretty much, whatever. Very catering. Submissive, to the degree of what we as a couple deem as submissive. All those things and still get mistreated. So in other words, there are women here within the realms of the United States who will do all of those things that you named and still get dogged.
Not a lot. Very few. Not a
very
lot.
Few what? Very few women, or very few situations where women like that get dogged?
Very few women that are like that. The type of women that I named. There's very few. It's like a needle in a haystack. Very few. And I'm not just saying that. I'm saying that because I've traveled a lot. That's why I go back to saying the generation that we're in right now, with the women that's into these reality shows and I'm outside kind of girl, and hot girl summer and all this, you're behind too grown to be thinking like that and even talking like that. So when you're talking like that and you're a grown woman, to me that's already telling me you aren't wifey material if you're already talking like these young girls, because you're not young. You're not young, and you want dudes to fly you out and do all these different things. That's not the ideal wifey woman. It's not the ideal woman that we want. You're a fun girl. You're looking for fun. And if you're not getting fun, then the good guys are boring.
I heard a woman speak about this. I don't know if she was triggered by the whole passport bro thing. Because I think it was like some type of podcast. And she basically, I guess her opinion was she felt like men who were deciding to go outside of the country to find their wife, they're looking for someone that's submissive because they have control issues. The men themselves, is what she was saying. Is that they want to have someone that they can control.
Everybody got an opinion. I seen one where the black girl said the same thing. And she was saying that black men can't handle black women because of black women being so strong. No, that's not it. Black men aren't. A lot of black men aren't controlling. There's some that are, and there's some that aren't. There's some good guys that just want a loyal wife. They don't want someone that's going to dictate everything in a relationship or tell him what to do. That's what it comes down to. It's not a control thing. Maybe to some it may be. I don't know, because I'm not them. But some people that date outside of their race when they date another culture, and they see like, you know what? I have a better experience with this culture than I did my own culture. And that's what it comes down to. So that's why in their mind, they travel abroad to see.
Well, I think like I said, I think it boils down to what it is that you want. Let's say, for instance, okay, I dated a guy some years back. He had an issue with me posting pictures. I mean, just something as simple as that. He had an issue with me posting pictures on Facebook, on, social media, which I don't post that many anyway, but still, he had an issue. As soon as I posted something, he started, accusing me of this and this, that. When I'm like, it's just a picture. I just want people to know I'm not a robot. I'm real. But my thing is this, what I should have said is, okay, you have an issue with me posting. Maybe I'm not the one for you, because this is obviously making you feel insecure. Why? I don't know, because how I handle myself, how I, I guess present myself, if you will, on social media is not one of, like I'm, trying to gain attention and that sort of thing. But there, like I said, there's someone for everyone. So let's say if a person meets me and all of a sudden they want to try to shape and mold me into the person that they want me to be, and I'm just being stripped of who I am, then you're not the one for me. Regardless of how dope you might think I am or what kind of vibe, we might have in between us or whatever, I'm just not the one for you. Because if I have to change you, or if I have to try to inspire some change in terms of your appearance or your attitude or your personality or whatever, who you are as a person, then you're not the one for me and I'm not the one for you. Right. So that just means that I have to step out of the way to allow you to meet the person that you feel resonates more so with you or your personality or whatever it is that you want. But that's why I say I have no issue with a guy saying, okay, you know what, I can't find whatever it is that I'm looking for here. I need to go outside of the, parameters of, this country. Fine, if that's what you want to do. But I do feel like sometimes that's a cop-out. Because they're not, I think I guess black women feel as though the black man is turning their backs on the black women. I don't know if that's the reasoning or if Kevin Samuels, let's just say, had something to do with this whole movement. I don't know.
I kind of like that guy a little bit, though. Just speaking of, but yeah,
I'm
go
sure
ahead.
you do.
What do you mean? You sure? You sure I do?
Because
I'm just saying,
because
this guy.
because I know you do. I
He's a
know
smart
how
guy.
you think sometimes, and just I know how when you express things.
Yeah,
I
but
know.
everything that he says isn't all bad. Now, some things I don't agree with,
No, not everything.
and some things I had to take a step back to understand why he was saying what he says and how hard he was on women that he would have on his calling or his videos, and they would get offended. But some of them actually made a returning video replying after they had an interview with him, and they understood why he said some of the things he said and the reason why he said it. He was dating an international person as well. He was.
Yeah, I know.
And he said he had the best experience with international women. I mean, like I said, I love my sisters. I love black women. I love my international women too. I'm not gonna sit here and, like I said, I've dated more international women than I did black women. I did. And
See, that doesn't offend me though. See, because I think sometimes
no, it's not to offend anybody. It's just
right. No. What I'm saying in general is that sometimes people are offended by men going outside of the country. I mean, if that's what you feel like you need to do, I mean, because again, for me, how I look at it, like I said, I just want everybody to be happy. So if that's gonna make you happy,
that's what it's all about.
that's because I'm definitely gonna do whatever I need to do to make me happy.
Sade,
And that doesn't necessarily mean.
I know you've been singing for a long time. I'm talking to Sade right now. Sade, holla at your boy. Swedish Taboo. I would like to meet you. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. I mean, since we were talking about, what was Sade from again? Well, I forgot where she was from.
Know.
I know one of them islands out there, but yeah. But no, that's really where, that's what it really comes down to, man. It's just date who makes you happy. Like I said, I got 4 sisters. They were raised by a strong woman who raised 11 kids, and they were brought up not in the streets. They were brought up in the house. They got married out the house. They didn't go get their own apartment and got married. My mom made sure they got married outside the house. They got out of high school, college, whatever, they had to stay home until they got married. And that's how they were. Like, they never went to a club. So to say, club girls. They never been club girls. So, like I said, you got some black women out here that are raised the right way with great upbringing and have great morals and values. And that's what I look for. That's why I said it's not. I can't sit there and say anything bad about black women. The experience that you go through with. If you're a guy and you dated a black woman, just because that one black woman did you wrong doesn't mean that they're all going to do you wrong. So it's just
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I said, I don't have a problem with, anyone who feels the need to go outside of the country to find someone. But I mean, to me, it's like, okay.
You know what? Sometimes your mate just isn't here.
I mean,
You never know where your mate going to be, because we sit and gain the attraction from this particular audience because this is where we are. We're in our location, and we go to these different spots and eating areas and lounges, and we think, we got to meet someone because I'm alone. I just want to have somebody on my shoulder or my arm, and you just end up just talking to somebody that looks appealing, and that's it. But in the meantime, the person that you're supposed to be with, maybe over here in Florida or California, Vegas or whatever, but You're not going to go there to see if they're there because we don't know where they are. But sometimes it takes a little traveling. And a lot of people are like, I don't believe in long distance relationship. I don't want to go find nobody out there because I'm not going to go there but one time. So I'm going to meet you. It's cool. You can call me.
Well,
Hey, but listen, that
I did, but
phone
one
call.
time, then you might as well not even consider a long
No, but I'm
distance
saying sometimes people go to like one person probably going to go to California one time a year, right? Because so far they live on the East Coast or whatever. I'm not going to go to California but one time. So if I meet somebody, we're going to only talk on the phone. But how do you not know by y'all talking on the phone and getting to know each other? He might fly out to see you. He might, fly you out or drive or whatever. And you might see that person again.
You know what? I already tried that long distance
But
thing.
listen, that happened one time. Or
No,
twice.
it didn't happen
but
one
I'm just
time.
saying it could happen once or twice, but you don't know where your person
That
is
ain't
at.
happened once or twice. Neither.
It don't matter, but you don't know where your person is at. I'm just saying, I ain't going there. But you don't know where your person is at.
No, you're right. You don't. But
That's
what I'm
why
saying is this.
I don't mind being spontaneous and trying and be like, you know what, let me
By all means,
boom.
yeah.
Let me how you okay. This is month number 2 that we've been talking, we haven't seen each other. Month number 4 we've been talking, we haven't seen it. Month number 6 we have month number 9. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, now I feel comfortable.
Girl
enough.
6.
Now
Girl
I feel
6.
comfortable enough to come and see you. So okay, you're in California. Let's make arrangements maybe in the next couple of weeks. I'll come fly out there. Boom. Now the conversation sparked all this time. You talked to this person for 9 months. Like, okay, you know what? She got my attention. Because, of course, when you're talking, you're going to be sending each other pictures and experiences. And then it's going to get to, you know what? I'm really feeling you. And I've been, as long as you're being honest, like, you know what? I'm not talking to nobody else out where I'm at. And, you got my attention. And just see where it goes. And then if it sparks and something happens, so, you know what? Depending on the type of job you have, you're going to get a transfer or whatever. If you have your own business, you may decide to go move to her town just to kind of see, how it is. Like what I would do is go for a year and just say, I'm going to set myself up to go over there, maybe just spend a year over there with her. We're not going to live in the same house or apartment, but I'm going to have my own. Just go live with her, get a little closer to her and just see where it would go. Because you just never know. That's why I say I don't know where my person is at. I've always said that where I'm located, I've been in this location long enough. I feel like I need to be someplace in a bigger city. So that's why I say for the people or the person that I would like to meet, I think this person is probably in a big city and will understand the things that I do. Because if you date somebody that don't understand the things that you're doing in life, it's gonna be a bad situation because it's gonna be like, okay, now my time and things that I enjoy doing or the things that I'm doing to bring in income will be an issue. So that's why I said, going back to Passport Bros, they find it just more relaxing, more comforting to meet somebody in another country, another culture. It's like I said, I've had my benefits. I will say that I've met some really great people from Spain, Spain, Puerto Rico, Guam, Philippines, different places. And I can't even name all the spots I've dated people from.
Oh,
you crazy. But it's I experienced some great things, man. And they do treat.
Look at them. Look at you over there reminiscing.
They treat their men like kings, man. That's all I can say, man. That's
and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I've done my share of treating, a couple of guys like kings that just weren't deserving of that.
Right.
And not once, and I don't know, I may have to go back and rethink, but not once did I say, okay, you know what? I'm tired of you American men. I'm going out of the country. I've never really thought about it from that perspective. I mean, but I never, had that mindset that I felt that my person was just here in the United States. I always felt like I was not supposed to be here. Like,
I've been
Once I
where like,
retire, like I'm out. Like I just didn't feel like, this would be my resting place.
right.
I've always felt like my resting place was in another country. Now, I don't know if that means that I'm just going to have a place in another country and still be here or what. But I just, I think, more sisters, black women probably need to take note and start dating outside, as well.
They're
Not
already
as a
doing it.
slight, not to say, okay, well, because you can do it, I can do it
Right.
too. I'm not saying it like that. But what I'm saying is, I feel like even though, there are complaints across the board on both ends, men complain about, what women do or don't do, and then vice versa. Women complain about what men do and don't do. But it's all about knowing what it is that you want. And I would say be that person that you want to attract. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be.
If you are a successful woman, then what's the point? And it's like you want a successful man. All right? If you are a kind-hearted woman, wouldn't you want a kind-hearted man? It's not just about a
The same
man
with the guy.
providing and protecting. Yes,
what the guy
yes,
too.
that's
You know,
what.
be
And it's not
successful.
just about but it's not just about the woman being supportive and submissive. There are other things that should take place within that individual relationship, because what works for some in their dynamic may not necessarily work for the other. So the other couple. So you have to find a balance of what works for you and your mate. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing wrong with a successful woman who's making money, making waves, making moves or whatever. It's nothing wrong with her wanting someone that matches her,
Right.
And if even if he doesn't, that doesn't mean that you have to be like dominant. That doesn't mean that you have to be like the controlling person and in the relationship, because I don't really feel like in a relationship it should be about control anyway.
Yeah, that's another.
I'm not going to
episode I
allow
wanna
you to
talk
control
about,
me,
too.
and I'm not going to control you, because that's not what it's all about.
Yeah, that's
We're a
another
team.
episode that I want to talk
Yeah.
about. Is I was talking to somebody about that last week, one of my business partners, about the female that's successful and how her role is in the relationship if she's making more money than he is. So I want to talk about that too. That's another discussion
Yeah, we can talk about
that
that.
should be brought up, because there are women out there that's really doing big things out there and really getting to the bread. They're the breadwinners of the family, And there's some things my partner told me, even though he's the breadwinner of the house, but his girl is making some money, she's doing pretty good for herself. But there's people, like I said, that women out here, especially in those big cities, women I see they're really doing it, and I'm
Thank
proud
you.
of them.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm proud of them that for all that they're doing. It's like, wow, they came a long way. Women are really showing guys that they can hustle too. They can make it happen. And that's the new wave now. Is women out there just, yeah. But anyway, you guys, we've already been here 37 minutes plus, and we just wanted to come on and talk about that. It was a great discussion. Like I said, this was something that I found out about 3 weeks ago about the passport bros, and I have a cousin that he's out there doing his thing. He doesn't date black women, and I used to always ask him why, and he would mention to me the reasons, and I'm like, I've never had those problems until I got until we were close to the same age. I'm a little bit older than him, but he was traveling more than I do because he's a government contractor, so he has his own business. So he was able to see a lot more than I have, as far as in other countries, and then he kind of hooked me up with somebody that he knew, that sister or whatever, and but when you find love, it don't matter what culture you find love in. There's always good and bad in all cultures. Not every culture that you go to, like the passport bros go out, it doesn't say whatever country they go to that all of those females are the best women. No, they're not the best women.
And let me say something about that real quick while you're bringing it up, because I almost forgot. I have a friend, so you gotta be careful about those exotic women in different countries, because while the man may have a desire to go out of the country to meet their wife, they already are privy to that. A lot of these women in these different countries, because a lot of these foreign women are already talking about it. But what happened to an associate of mine? They went to another country, brought her over to the United States.
Oh yeah, that happens. I know what you're about to say.
He married her.
Mm-hmm.
And she and her mother were in cahoots to destroy this man for his money.
Mm-hmm.
And fortunately, he caught it, because he got records of their phone, all that stuff. It was just a mess. But her intentions were to get over here, get a green card. She already was, I think, involved with someone that lived here that was from her country. He was already over here. So that was her reasoning for wanting to come over here anyway. For not just a better life, but so she could be with the man she really wanted to be with. So that really didn't end very well for him. In terms of, keeping that marriage, together or whatever. The marriage, of course, it ended. His life is still intact, but yeah, they were trying to off that man, all for the sake of having, an opportunity to come here for a better life.
Yeah, that's what a lot of them do. Even in the military, the same way. They want you to. But they say the United States is the best country. And that's why everybody even guys, they all want to get over here. That's why you see them crossing the border of Mexico. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to come here, and, it's like I said, it's just, there's no such thing as the best culture, the best race. It's just people of each race do the same thing. They cheat. Mexicans cheat, black people cheat, white people cheat, Asian people cheat, whoever they are. Everybody in that culture has people that cheat. So it doesn't say that you go to another country and you're going to find they're the best people. It is what it is. Like I said, just whoever treats you good, that's the person that you hopefully will end up with, and hopefully you will treat them good as well, female and males. Just understand that. Your preference, if your preference is black men or white men, Asian, whatever, that's your preference. If that's what you go after, hey, good luck. Make sure they're, good to you, good to your family. Make sure that, you are the same in return to them. And that's it. I just want to end up with the queen that I'm supposed to be with. So that's all. And I'm, she's out there. I don't know where she's at, but she's out there. So,
I'm just kidding. I said, where's she at?
She out there somewhere. No rush though. I'm just taking my time and just enjoying life and having a great time doing it. So thank y'all for tuning into the podcast. We love you guys. We thank you guys again. Please support by subscribing, sharing, and liking the video, and turning on your post notifications so you know when we're posting new videos, new content. And definitely go over to our podcast on Apple. I will post a link in the description as well, so you guys can check it out. We'll be active over there as well. We got like two videos so far, 2 or 3 videos, not videos, audios over there.
Audios.
And we'll be hitting Spotify. We're waiting for the approval from Spotify now. We already got our approval from Apple, so we want to try to hit all platforms and give you guys what you're looking for. We're gonna start being more open to other subjects and discussion. We're not here just to motivate and keep everything positive all the time. We know you don't want to hear that all the time. We're gonna talk about other topics that you don't normally hear us talk about. That's why we were talking about on the other episode about people watching porn and why you shouldn't watch porn. So that's why we are talking about these things, because we know you guys want to hear about it, and even some of our experiences talking about some of the things, because I'm kind of like a private person. I don't really speak my business, but there's some things I'll share with you guys, let you guys understand that LFA's not no goody two shoes. I'm not a goody two shoes. I have done some things in my time that some things I won't say I'm not proud of, but I don't regret it.
That's just where you were in that part of your journey.
Because some people I regret doing that. I don't regret anything I've done, anything I've been through. I don't regret it because I'm here, and this is why I'm here, because of what I've been through. But and I don't regret the people of my past, my exes. I don't regret it because they all were a lesson. I'm sure I was a lesson to them too, because we ain't together, so we are each other's lessons, whoever you've been with, because I'm not the kind of person that just put my business out there and be like, you know what, she was wrong in the whole relationship. I was the good guy. That's why we're not together. No, I've had some faults now. I did have my faults. I'm man enough to accept it and learn from it and, be a better person. So, on that note, you lovely people out there, we thank you for tuning in to this Where's That podcast known as Tawia, baby. We're going to have some merch, hopefully by summertime. We'll have some shirts and hats and stuff like that that you guys can rock and be a part of your, attire. And what was that about? What are you doing?
Can I say peace in advance?
Already? Okay. Well, yeah, we're going to have some merch, and, we want to share with you guys. And I think on a couple of, maybe last year, we were rocking some of our shirts. And but we're going to get some hats made too. Some pins and just some fun stuff for you guys to have and show our appreciation by you guys, wearing the merch. But you know what? Until next time. Peace. We out. We out of here. Y'all have a good night.